Oh lordy,
Oh,
this dude
Doug again.
again. These guys again. These are your dudes. Your
This is
A1s.
my dude right here.
Oh my lord.
Seems like he's shutting
Remember
down
that
all
time we were kicking it in that crack house? And that dude came over.
of.
I could have swore.
I could have sworn it was this guy right here. You know, he was like,
Yeah.
he sat down, he started talking about how the city must change, and then he just puffed off the pipe.
This is Doug Ford. I'm sure nobody has any clue who this is. But if you are in Canada or you're in where? Toronto? The Toronto area, correct?
Anywhere in Ontario,
Oh,
in Canada,
Ontario.
yeah,
Ontario.
this guy will be affecting you. So just FYI for
He's
anybody,
like the
viewers.
governor of Ontario, right?
Yeah,
What
in
is it? What do you call him? The what?
official terms is the premier,
Oh, the premier.
and yeah, so I guess that he
Like the
just
mayor or something, or the governor. Ontario's a big
above the
place, right?
mayor, and it's below the prime minister, right? So it's kind of like
Yeah.
he's just the
The
person
prime
that has
minister's the
power
president,
above.
right?
Yeah, prime
Okay, so
minister's
then
kind
he
of like
is the
the
governor. We call that the governor in America of the
It's hard
states.
to explain, the differences. It's really weird.
No, I get it. I get what you're
But
saying, though.
I guess that he just did a whole lockdown. Like what else is it saying there?
Like, if he went any higher, he'd become the president, right?
I
Kind of.
guess
Or he'd become like a person that votes on laws or some shit for y'all.
he definitely becomes something that I don't want him
Yeah.
to.
But these
Like,
dudes, so Doug Ford must resign. So this guy, Doug Ford, is from like a big, like kind of like a family, right?
yeah, pretty drugged up family. His brother was Rob Ford, the mayor of Toronto, who smoked crack, and there's videos of that online. I'm sure you know.
I remember you talking to me about this and showing me the video. I thought this was the same guy.
Well,
Honest to God, I
he's
thought it was the
technical,
exact
right?
same
Wonder how
dude.
they would get him into power.
Are they
Good
twins or
question.
something?
I'm
So,
sure they're
so his
probably
brother. What was his brother? Was his brother the exact same thing that he is?
no. His brother was the mayor of Toronto.
Oh, so he was like just the guy over like a city or some shit.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was
He
like
wasn't
running
too
like an
big.
area of an area.
Yeah, but Toronto is like one of the biggest cities in Canada, right?
So he
One of
was
the
running like a
top
really
cities.
big city.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of power, a lot of stress, and there was videos of him smoking crack. And this is the guy who probably sold him the crack. Let's be real. Like,
Or help get it into the city.
yeah,
His
yeah.
brother.
Definitely somebody who's probably been in power a long time. Maybe not in power like he is now, but he's definitely been around in politics for a long time. It's not like he came out of nowhere.
Right. So they're saying that he's got to resign, I guess, because basically maybe like I think I remember kind of like looking into this guy, not this guy, but like his brother a little bit, and I remember it saying like their dad was into politics or something like that, and I guess their dad is into politics, and then they got into politics, but then like the other one, the mayor one, what's his name?
Rob Ford.
Rob Ford, and this is Doug Ford. So Rob Ford, I guess he's the one that was hanging out with like young dudes
Yeah,
in like crack dens,
yeah.
smoking crack, and like they're recording them with their cell phone smoking crack.
And he's sitting there talking about how his job is so stressful and how the city and the people are crazy and the people are making him do stuff he doesn't want to do. And he was saying a lot of the things that me or you would say in that position. He was just high on crack. So I'll tell you that I don't think he was a terrible guy, honestly. He was probably just super stressed out about what was going on and what he was probably being told, or what he was probably having to do or being pressured to do. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then he just ended up turning to crack.
And then he ended up hanging out with criminals, and and well, I don't even know if they're criminals because there's also all kinds of theories that he gets it that there's a whole family and that they move drugs around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, maybe being in his position is like one where you have to, um, maybe being in their position is one where you have to like rub elbows with those kind of like the highest parts of like the dark world, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
And
saying? Because everybody knows politics are kind
I
of
can see
dirty.
that putting you into a spot where you feel like you need to numb your mind to the point of doing drugs like that. I can see that. If you were
Yeah.
actually in that position of
Especially if
power,
everybody else is like smoking crack and you're the only one that got caught by teenagers,
yeah, no
you know?
doubt. No doubt. And that's just somebody who got caught. That's somebody who was a mayor and got caught smoking crack. That's a big thing. That's not a small thing.
Well, he's kind
You
of
know?
like up there in his life and in his establishment to be smoking crack. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's kind of
Something's
a
got to be
thing.
going on other than the normal
So,
stuff.
let's see. Well, this guy's like his brother's making like stupid. This guy's the fucking governor of like the state essentially, like of all of Ontario, like the whole province, I think it's called.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely the premier, and
And it says right here that he's doing stupid shit like what? On Saturday he reversed a decision to close playgrounds, but oh, this is like COVID stuff.
yeah. This is all COVID stuff, but he's done way more stupid stuff than that. This is just telling you that he shut the city down again, and people are really wanting to get him out because this is like the last line. You think about it, like he's shutting down all of the small businesses, but he let places like Walmart stay open. He's real feeding those big box companies while shutting down everybody else. And it's kind
Right.
of like people don't like that shit. People want him out. People want somebody in that can actually help and actually lead and actually save the small businesses and give them proper funding. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
This dude's been doing thing after thing. We already said there. It says he can't even make license plates that work. They're saying he's
Oh
a
yeah.
buffoon.
Yeah, you can't make license plates that work. How the fuck? It's a piece of metal with numbers punched into it. Numbers and letters. You know, you can't find a system to organize that or to like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he can't.
I mean, there's only like millions of people that are already doing it around the world. You know, you can't go ask anybody else how they're doing it.
No, a lot of people compare him to Donald Trump, but I don't want to get too into the political
Let's
stuff.
see. Gaunt and Drawn on Friday, he announced that his government was empowering police to arbitrarily stop anyone who is outside their residence during the province lockdown, giving law enforcement extraordinary powers that threaten civil rights, especially oh yeah. What is Gaunt and Drawn?
Um, fuck, I couldn't tell you.
Well, after that, it's weird how like your guys said that within hours of news conference, several police departments indicated. So he was saying that he was going to give them the ability. He was saying that he was going to give them the ability to arbitrarily stop just anybody that's outside their residence during lockdown.
You know what
You,
it says gaunt means? It says a lean and haggard, especially because of hunger or age. So he's gaunt and drawn.
oh,
So
so
all
he's like dead set.
yeah, yeah. He's an ass.
God, what a weirdo, dude. He's like trying to give the authorities, like the police and stuff, the power to do this. Like acting like he's basically.
And what's next? Martial law?
Yeah, right? Like that's what I'm saying.
Even the police were like, nah, man, we're not gonna be stopping people.
Yeah, look, it says, so he said that he was going to do that. Within hours of news conference, several police departments indicated they would not be conducting random checks, including Ottawa, Waterloo, Peterborough. Others soon followed, including Toronto and Hamilton. That may seem welcome news, but it's not nearly good enough. These statements are not guarantees that individuals won't be harassed, intimidated, fined, or arrested. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
a
that's not even a guarantee.
like
So you
he's
could
still giving them the power to
arrested.
do it.
And that's kind of messed up. That's like one step below, all right, you were outside at a time you're not supposed to be. Here's like, what if I get fined more than once? How many times are you gonna fine me before you just take me to jail for being outside? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then how many people are you gonna take to jail? What, man, it's just because you know that there's people that can't be inside. There's like people that literally just hang out and they don't want to be inside.
Yeah, here's like a whole laundry list of stupid shit he did. This was all in 2018. In 2018.
Brought U.S.-style culture wars to Ontario, interfered with local politics during an election, desecrated Toronto City Council. He froze the minimum wage, rolled back protected paid sick days, cut Toronto public health funding, library funding, legal aid funding, flood funding, opposed safe injection sites, which I'm not even going to comment on that, but all the other stuff is completely ridiculous that he cut the funding for those things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It says he couldn't even figure out how to produce a license plate that worked. What does that even mean? Does it say that he doesn't know how to understand how to operate a license plate machine, or he didn't? What does that even mean?
They don't know how to. It's like, weren't they making license plate before this dude was elected? Why all of a
like,
sudden, when he became like
what?
the elected official,
That doesn't
did
even
the
make
license
sense.
plate system just mess up? You know
I
what I'm
don't know. I
saying?
don't understand.
See, in there like laundering fucking money and shit and smoking crack in the license plate fucking warehouse.
And they're right. Over a year into the pandemic, things are worse. Definitely.
And
People are still freaking out about the masks. The transit system was free, right? Because people all had to do these regulations where you couldn't be near the front of the bus and they all had to like fucking pile into the back like a bunch of animals. You know what I'm saying?
now Ford's latest measures missed the mark while exacerbating stressors and risk for essential workers. Instead of sick days, a coherent and accessible vaccination program and better testing and tracing, Ontarians are getting lectured for not yanking up their bootstraps enough while they go nuts at home. That's funny. Yep,
Yep.
or go to unsafe workplaces. I worked through the whole damn pandemic. You know what I'm saying? When they were telling us that the shit could fucking potentially kill us and be a deadly plague, I was at fucking work and my job was just like, fucking, no
Go see
fucking,
people.
no
Go hang
thank
out.
you, no fucking extra pay, no fucking, nothing, dude. Nothing,
Yep.
dude.
Um,
Nothing.
I'm
I worked
almost
holidays
done.
without holiday pay through fucking the fucking,
It's
through
a
the
bunch of bull.
through the pandemic. Like, what the fuck, dude? You guys are assholes, man.
Yeah, it is definitely a bunch of bull.
And then they turn around and they try to get us to pick up shifts. And since we're not legally obligated to do it, and I can fucking say no, they start trying to bribe you with money. And I'm like, why would you offer me money on this random ass day that you need extra people to work whenever you won't even give me holiday pay? Like, that's kind of fucking insulting. You know, like, I'm saying no now. Well, what the fuck? I should have never worked those holidays, and then maybe you would have offered me some fucking holiday pay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
That
messed up
says,
part about
dude,
it.
that's
You know
what
what I'm
they're
saying?
doing. That's what this guy's doing. He's like pulling
Oh,
bullshit.
he's definitely in it for the big money. Like he doesn't give a crap. He's like, man, these dummies got me in. I'm gonna do what I want.
Right. Well, that's Doug Ford for you. Hopefully
That's
you
Doug
guys
Ford. I think we'll
learned
definitely
about
have to talk about
something
him.
about this dude and his family. Hopefully you learned something a little bit about Canadian politics if you didn't know before.